The government has just announced some of the most significant changes to our immigration system in years, with a new law introduced in Parliament today, the 14th of October, 2025. These reforms are wide-ranging, affecting everyone from skilled workers and international students to employers and even visitors from certain countries. So, let's break down exactly what has been announced. The headline news is the introduction of a tough new English language requirement. Under this new law, immigrants applying to come to the UK through certain legal routes will now be required to prove they have an English language ability equivalent to an A-level standard. This isn't just about being conversational. The requirement covers all four key skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. To meet this standard, applicants must take what is called a secure English language test, and it has to be with a provider that is specifically approved by the Home Office. The results of that test will then be rigorously verified as a core part of the visa application process. The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, has been very clear about the government's reasoning behind this. In a statement, she said, "This country has always welcomed those who come to this country and contribute, but it is unacceptable for migrants to come here without learning our language, unable to contribute to our national life. If you come to this country, you must learn our language and play your part." This move is framed as a central pillar of the government's flagship immigration white paper, which aims to create an immigration system that is, in their words, controlled, selective, and fair. The goal is to ensure those who come to live and work in Britain can fully integrate and participate in society. Now, one of the biggest areas of change concerns international students. For some time, graduates have been able to stay in the UK for 2 years after their studies to find work. This is set to change. The government is cutting the time international students have to find a graduate-level job after completing their studies from the current 2 years down to just 18 months. This particular measure is scheduled to come into effect from the 1st of January 2027. The official reason given for this reduction is that government data has clearly shown that many holders of the post-study work visa had not, in fact, transitioned into graduate-level employment as was originally intended. Alongside this, the financial requirements for student visas are also being tightened. For the academic year of 2025 to 2026, foreign students will have to demonstrate that they have a greater amount of sufficient funds to support themselves during their time here. The government wants to be sure that students coming to the UK can afford to live and study without facing financial hardship. It's not just prospective migrants and students who are affected. Employers who sponsor foreign workers will also see significant changes. The Immigration Skills Charge, or ISC, is being raised by a substantial 32%. This charge is what employers must pay when they sponsor a skilled worker from overseas. This is the first time the ISC has been increased since 2017. The government has stated that the money raised from this increase will be reinvested directly into training the domestic British workforce, with the aim of boosting investments in our own workers and reducing the country's reliance on overseas recruitment in the long term. The parliamentary process to get this price hike approved is set to begin later this week. While many of these measures sound like a tightening of the rules, the government is also making a clear effort to attract what it calls top global talent. The policy is a dual approach: tighter controls in some areas, but more open doors for the highly skilled. For example, the High Potential Individual Route, or HPI route, is being expanded. This route is for graduates from the world's top universities. It will now be open to graduates from the top 100 international universities, with a new cap of 8,000 applications per year. The government expects this change to double the number of people coming to the UK through the HPI route, from around 2,000 people to 4,000 people. The idea is to give graduates from the very best global institutions the chance to build their careers here in the UK. There's also good news for talented entrepreneurs studying in the UK. They will now be able to seamlessly transition from a student visa to the innovator founder route. This is designed to make it much easier for them to establish innovative new business ventures in the UK right after they finish their studies, keeping that entrepreneurial talent within our economy. The global talent route is also being enhanced. The government is expanding the list of prestigious prizes that can qualify an individual for this visa, and they are also changing some of the evidential requirements for architects to prove their achievement. Contribution. The overall government aim is to double the number of highly skilled people coming to the UK on these specific high-skilled routes. They're looking for the world's best researchers, designers and creatives, particularly those working in film and television, to ensure the UK remains competitive in key growth sectors. We're told that further changes, including more to the global talent route, will be announced in 2026. Finally, there is one change that has come into effect immediately. As of 3 o'clock in the afternoon today, all nationals of Botswana will now be required to obtain a visa before travelling to the UK. This rule applies to all travel, including short visits. The government has made this decision in response to what it describes as a misuse of the UK's immigration system. It noted a high number of Botswana nationals arriving in the UK as visitors since 2022, who then subsequently claimed asylum upon arrival. So, to sum it all up, we're seeing a major restructuring. Tougher A-level equivalent English language tests, a shorter post-study work period for most graduates, and higher costs for businesses sponsoring foreign workers. But at the same time, we're seeing an expansion of routes designed to attract the best and brightest from around the world, with the government aiming to double the number of highly skilled people coming to the UK. It's a comprehensive package of reforms that will reshape the landscape of UK immigration for years to come. What are your thoughts on these sweeping changes? Do you think they strike the right balance? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below. And if you found this breakdown useful, please give the video a like and subscribe for more updates on UK policy. Thanks for watching.